Doug MPA back with another video. So guys, this article called Companies Are Backing Away from DEI. What is DEI? Diversity, equity, and inclusion. And you guys know how much Doug MPA hates DEI. It is the Saiyan evolution of the HR department. DEI departments are pushing an ideology and agenda, and they're filled with women with degrees and stuff that nobody cares about. You want to know where all the gender studies majors are? DEI. You want to know where all the, um, you know, uh, communications majors, sociology degrees? DEI. So this article is relatively recent, January 4th of 2024, and we're going to get into this because this is going to be music to my ears. I can already tell. Before I get into this article, like the video, subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate it. Shows you support me and what I'm doing over here. And let's get into this. It says, well, laudable goals like achieving equity and diversity and making people feel included. But the problem is feel included. F your feelings. We got to make money up in here. Have become weaponized terms, and now corporate America is navigating the minefield. Why it matters. The year ahead will be pivotal for corporate diversity efforts as attacks against DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion will likely intensify. For many employers, maintaining a diverse workforce where employees feel included is a key part of attracting and retaining workers, particularly in a tight labor market. I said this on my channel many times. I don't mind that women make up 50% of the workforce. I don't mind that at all. But with women comes the values like diversity, equity, and inclusion that they bring to the workforce. Women have to feel like they're happy at work. Women have to feel like they're included, feel like they're being praised, feel like they're getting enough compensation. And the problem with feelings is it's hard to quantify your feelings. That's the problem. And it's costing, and the need to feel included and equity and diversity is costing these companies money. Men, we care about money, profit, status. Where's my check? How much am I getting paid? It says, catch up fast. It's been a long, strange trip for corporate diversity efforts, which can range from employee resource groups to anti-bias trainings to hiring programs. For years, DEI was criticized for being ineffective corporate window dressing or for being counterproductive, but more recently, conservative politicians and pundits have made DEI a target with new laws limiting its practice cropping up in Florida and Texas. I did that story about the Florida governor getting rid of all the public funds for DEI programs, and University of Florida fired its whole DEI department. 30 employees gone, $5 million redirected to other programs. Good job, Florida, and good job, Texas. And if you check out that video, I'll put the link at the end of this video, and I'll put it in the description. You can see a map of all the states who are following suit. Ousted Harvard president Claudine Gay's commitment to DEI was part of the reason she faced such strong criticism from the right. Yeah, and she plagiarized a bunch of stuff too. DEI funding and staffing fled last year after a 2-year boom in the wake of the protests that followed the murder of George Floyd in 2020. Meanwhile, the Supreme Court's decision last year overturning the use of affirmative action in universities has drawn attention to corporate diversity efforts. Here's the thing with affirmative action, guys, and a lot of these DEIs. This is a channel where I try to help men. And if you guys didn't know, affirmative action has helped more women, particularly white women, than all the minorities put together. Affirmative action has helped hire and get more white women into colleges than any other group. I bet you didn't know that. Look it up. It's true. Businesses are trying to avoid any program that could draw legal scrutiny. Any kinds of goals around hiring particular demographic groups are increasingly frowned upon. Anything that smacks of a quota is out, said Diana Scott, Human Capital Center leader at the conference board. At the same time, many business leaders say they're still committed diversity. In a survey of chief human resource officers, well, that's your first problem, is a survey of chief human resource officers recently conducted by this group. 0 respondents said that they were planning on scaling back DEI in 2024. Yeah, well, let's see if they have the money to be able to carry out the activities and initiatives. This means that the way DEI happens inside companies is changing. Some firms like Blackstone are focusing on hiring for social economic diversity and on changing job requirements to find more diverse talent without targeting a specific race or ethnicity. And businesses are pulling back from the DEI term. The focus is moving away from those 3 words towards efforts around well-being and inclusion. So we have to watch out for the little word switch, guys. You know, if you see a woman that's being hired as a well-being director or a inclusion director, we already know what that's about, right, guys? Companies are really starting to look at other ways to do the work without saying that they're doing the work, said Cinnamon Clark. I guarantee you this girl's black. Co-founder of Good Works Sustainability, a DEI consulting firm. Businesses will likely be talking more about employee experience or wellness, which falls under the inclusion bucket, said Clark. And hey, guys, remember, Doug MPA is black. I can say that. Cinnamon Clark. Oh, my goodness. DEI proponents are optimistic that employers will still foster diverse and inclusive workforces in this environment, but it's a tough case to make. It's hard to imagine that with amped up rhetoric of an election year that people really want to stick out their neck more. He thinks responsibility for these efforts will fall down the ladder to frontline managers. The danger is that DEI becomes so watered down that they can't actually do the work, said this guy who's dean of the College of Business at University of Rhode Island. Cutbacks in DEI could lead to a decline in diversity in organizations. One recent study found that companies with DEI teams make more diverse hires and have higher levels of employee morale. Yeah, but what about the profit margins? What about testing to see if the most qualified people are getting these jobs? Employee morale, nothing. Is a company making money? Especially in volatile areas like tech. Remember all those tech layoffs and all that stuff last year? If you're in a volatile industry, DEI should come second, or third or fourth. Profit should come first. Having the most qualified individuals to get the work done at the highest quality and the highest level should be number 1. And I'm saying it again, guys, DEI, I'm hoping this becomes a thing of the past. They went way too far with this DEI stuff, and they give DEI departments way too much power. Let me know what you think about this in the comments. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. I'll catch you in the next one.